We on? The red button on?
Yeah.
We good? Alright, y'all, what's happening? This is your boy AK90Baby, aka 90BANKZ, aka Big 9 Dog, aka the Sugar Type OG. You know what I'm saying? I ran out of breath on that, but I want to shout out to Stoley. This is the Stolen Conversation, and you tapped in.
We don't live by no rules. It's a free for all. We out my playground, fighting at the crib, whipping up. I'm eating takeout.
Do what we gotta do around here with the clap.
Still loading.
What's happening?
What's good? What's good?
How you doing?
Am I looking at you or am I looking at this camera?
Either or.
Alright, bet I'm looking. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Whenever.
What's good, Stole? My man.
Yo, so you know we gotta start out with asking what's going on.
What's going on with this arm sling? The
Yeah.
elephant in the room? Not thinking clear.
Yeah.
Not thinking clear. It's a whole movie behind it. It's a whole movie. It's a whole movie behind this arm sling. Not thinking clear though. Yeah. Not thinking clear, which resulted into me jumping out of a car going like 35, 40 miles per hour and fucking my shoulder up.
Dang.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking clear, bro. Yeah.
You was on
I was frustrated. I was on a whole new level. But
you just said, yo, I'm out of here.
I really fucked up. Yeah, I really fucked up. So the camera, so the people can see.
Alright.
I really fucked up.
Man.
Nah, I got like a small tear in the back of my shoulder though.
You didn't break nothing.
Nah, I ain't break nothing. It's like a small tear. So my
Bless.
shit was like swelled up.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We gonna put a video to that though. We got to put the truth based on the true story video out to that.
So we're gonna get into a lot of things, music, videos, and then talking about the last couple of years, COVID. You know, it's been 2 years now. But I first want to ask, man, tell me about Sugar Tap and Create, Rest, Repeat. Where'd that come from? What are those?
Sugar Tap is like a baby brother. Like a baby brotherhood towards Create, Rest, Repeat, which I just felt like the whole world was using something Rest, Repeat, and I was like, all right, I gotta make something else that goes along with it, because Create, Rest, Repeat was just a slogan for myself to go by. Wake up, create, rest, and then repeat. You know what I'm saying? Just a routine, something to keep me out of like doing the old shit I used to do. And then Sugar Tap came by because I wanted to rebrand myself, and at first it was Sugar Crack. But I knew that shit would be too damn cliche with how I would like move shit and then how people would want to put shit together. So I was like, nah, I can't really put my ism with shit that I want to do. I can't really put how I really want to like portray myself. So I changed it to Sugar Tap, and then Sugar Tap headquarters to like fancy it up a little bit, and then it's just been that ever since. But Create, Rest, Repeat is still like. It's still like the heart and soul of everything. I still say it. It's still a part of everything.
Alright, for sure. So, like I said, going back to COVID, pre-COVID, we saw a project from you, The Priceless Pain, or A Priceless Pain.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that was in 2020.
Yeah, that was a crazy
5-track
time.
EP.
Yeah, that was a crazy time.
Pretty smooth on there.
My partner died like the day it got released, or the day before it got released. I think you remember I was telling you about that. My homie D Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, RP my nigga D Rose. They died like the day right before it came out. So I never got to promote that project how I wanted to. That shit crazy.
Some good records on there though.
It really is. It really is. It's still a classic.
Get Lil Some.
It's still a classic.
Yeah.
It's just not building up, which is crazy. This is what I learned about music. Just having content out. Yeah, that shit's still building up.
For sure. And shortly after that, the Come to Florida video. That was some different level. Got the mansion out there, the boys.
Definitely.
Where'd that come from? How'd that come about? And then getting on the song with Kaye.
Definitely.
Spanish mix.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Still in its own tier. It's in a tier of its own. That happened. Shout out to JR. That happened through JR. He pulled the strings together for me and Kaye to do the song. When I was recording with JR a lot, just hanging out his studio, and the video came together in the blessed factor too, because we lost the footage to try to get into some video with Poppy 3 times. We lost that footage, and so we replaced it with Come to Florida. The matching and all that shit was through good friends, and yeah, everything happened through blessing. Like, we don't have shit. I'm looking at this camera, right? We don't have shit when we start off. In the words of Wiz Khalifa, we don't have nothing. we don't have nothing. We don't have nothing.
Thanks.
This shit happens through blessings. You know, everything is a blessing.
Word, man, for sure. Recently, well, I guess it was actually towards the end of 2020 still.
Yeah.
And beginning of 2021, when we heard it, was the single, The Playground.
Ah, yeah.
Playground.
Definitely.
More upbeat vibe.
Yeah, definitely. I come from Come to Florida blowing up. I come from that.
Where I could see the same kind of upbeat tempo.
It come from. Yeah. It come from that. Yeah. Shout out to I Grind, Stephen Q.
And then you released Womp last summer.
Whoop.
With Whoomp. Oh, my bad. Whoomp.
There it is.
Whoomp. Yeah.
Was that last summer? Damn, time moving fast.
2021.
Yeah, you're right. That was last summer, the beginning of the summer.
Like May, end of May.
I was in jail when that song was out. When it came out, I was in jail.
For real.
I get to celebrate nothing. Like the past, ever since funerals and birthdays, I haven't celebrated a project or a single really, because it's always some type of, you know what I'm saying? Funerals and birthdays. My cousin KJ died the day of it dropping. Like we talked about with Priceless Pain. When Playground was out, I wasn't going through shit then. So Come to Florida, I wasn't going through shit then. But when Whoop came out, I was in jail. Like I was on the phone when I found out it came out and shit.
The response to that's been good, and
Crazy.
then you got the tag. How did you guys get the sample?
Shout out I Grind again. He did that beat like I think he said he did in like 2010. Like he's been holding that beat since 2010. Send it over to me, and then we actually talked to the like original people of that that did that song, like they management and all that shit.
Yeah.
We emailed them.
The tag team.
Yeah, we emailed them and all that shit. Let them know we sampling everything. I don't know if we got cleared yet, but shit.
They know
It's
about
out.
it.
Yeah, it's out now.
Whoomp.
Yeah, there it is.
Bet.
Real.
Alright, so we're gonna take it back to the beginning. Lake County.
Word up.
Talk about it. What was that like coming out to Orlando? You know, what was going on around that time? Way back. That's when you and I met.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about before then. And then, you know, I'll talk about a few things going along.
Lake County, being from Houston, ain't no culture for like wanting to rap. When I wanted to do it to where I am now, it wasn't nobody trying to rap. And so you didn't have no outlet for it. So, but my lifestyle in Lake County is what related to like a lot of Orlando people, which was house parties every weekend. So coming from that and going to school, I was going to college, Seminole State, and was able to tap into like the house party scene and know about it. That's how I really got popping. Everybody that's doing their thing now, they all started in the house parties. Everybody that's popping right now, they all started in the house parties. So everybody know each other in a sense. Yeah. The journey
So,
from there.
any crazy stories during? What was the craziest story of a house party?
The craziest story I can say I had is when I went viral. Me and my bro Chef went viral. I went viral multiple times, but then we went viral for a fight that happened at a UCF party. And it was crazy because we was leaving the party and we seen another homie going to the party. We was leaving the party to go to another party, seen a homie pulling up to that party, so we turned around and trying to catch up to him. Some dudes ended up getting in the fight and they thought we jumped in it. I don't know what happened, but me and my bro was just walking up. So next thing you know, they want to fight, and I got like 5-6 bitches trying to hold me back. And this time I had like a full blonde, I had like full headed, like my hair was fully blonde. So it was like 5-6 females kept calling me Chris Brown and shit. It was like, no, Chris Brown, don't fight Chris Brown, don't fight Chris Brown. I had my nose pierced and shit. And then I just seen my nigga Shift like just run up and like just steal a dude off of his shit. So I had to get off of it, you know what I'm saying? We just get the squad and tussling and getting down. And the fight went viral because everybody was outside. Like, this when the party was ending, so everybody leaving the party. Everybody's outside. That shit went viral. I go to school like that Monday, and the whole school talking about it. I go to the movies like 2 years later. Somebody ran up on me and was like, yo, bro, I still got that fight on my phone.
Oh, man.
That shit crazy. That was probably the craziest night in my whole life because we still ended up going to another party. Yeah, that was a good time. Hella hoes. It was hella hoes that night. Hella hoes.
And how long after that, you were still in Eustis at that time?
Nah, I had just moved from Eustis and came to Sanford. It's probably like six to 7 months after I moved from Eustis to Sanford. Eustis, we had crazy nights out there too. But I think that night is probably like the craziest night. Just because how it all ended. It ended.
That's the craziest house party event.
It just ended like, yeah. Like, you remember that event we went to? That bro and them had at that one spot?
The New Year's Eve?
Yeah, and it was like a party bus, like 100 hoes out there.
Yeah.
It was like that type of night. Like,
yeah,
it was like,
that was crazy.
it was like 50 hoes. Bro, it was crazy. It was hella hoes that night. Hella hoes that night.
That was probably one of my top.
Yo, university parties is something else, man. University parties is something else.
So, what can we expect moving forward, man? Like I said, you've been giving us little
trickish.
Little breadcrumbs along the way.
Yeah.
I know just from you and I working, you know, there was the SoundCloud days, dropped a lot of music, and made a lot of music, for sure, on Lorianne.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Lorianne is definitely a history itself. We made history on Lorianne. Definitely. What's coming up next is, just like you said, a lot of music coming out. Only thing was I just had to get myself correct with paperwork. So when I do release and stuff, I'm actually getting my full investments back and working with investors and you know what I'm saying, people like yourself, everybody that's serious about shit, doing shit the correct way. I want to say we working on a project, but it's not necessarily working on a project. We just building, and the project's gonna come together when it comes together. But right now we just building, so everything is still loading. And y'all see me say still loading, that's what it means. Everything is still loading. The Tree Hug experience is really the initial project that we want to aim for towards August. But everything right now is still loading.
Tree Hug experience.
Yeah, the Tree Hug experience. The Tree Hug experience is me letting everybody know the transition I've been through, just from how we having this conversation. From 2012, basically. In a nutshell, from 2012 to 2022, I did 10 years of just being on this journey. So the Tree Hug experience is me really unleashing a certain part of myself I never have, because I never had the experience to talk about it, you know. So everything I've talked about was doing like a day-to-day type of recording. Now this is, okay, me being able to look back and seeing where I am now. It's like, okay, the progressions have been made, the mistakes have been made, the friendships have been made, the bridges that needed to get burned have been made. Everything's been done.
Have been undone.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like eating a mushroom or taking an acid, and you just unfold to that realization of life that you never knew was there. So it's called the Tree Hug experience. Yes,
something more intentional.
Yeah, definitely. But still ratchet. It's still me.
For sure.
It's still shit talking, but it's way more. It's way more in depth. Like you're getting a full understanding of it. You know. I could talk about the before, during, and after rather than when I was just rapping about the during. or the before. So
Different
it's like,
perspective.
yeah, now I can tell you about like, okay, yeah, we got into this and that, but then I can also put behind it what happened afterwards and what led to a solution or something like that. So that's where it's at. Education.
And you said August?
That's the initial timeline. I put myself on a 6-month timeline. So yeah, August should be the time around when you get another official project. Up until there, y'all just gonna be getting some more like here and there shits that gonna keep you on your toes.
For sure. If someone was to meet you for the first time, what's one thing you'd want them to know about you?
To know that just because I'm quiet don't mean that I'm an asshole. I don't like to talk all the time. That's what a lot of people don't. There's a lot of people be thinking like, oh, I thought you was this type of way. I'm 90% high, and I'm to myself. I'm very introverted. So as long as they know that loving me for me, you ain't got nothing to ever be let down about. Your expectations will never be let down. You just love me for me.
Don't assume and don't take nothing personally.
Take me for who I am, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't take nothing personal. Don't make no assumption. That's so. Shout out to his name not Robert Kiyosaki, but he's a good author, and he writes the books called the 4 Agreements. And on the first agreement, it is do not make assumptions. Do your best at everything. Don't make expectations. And y'all lucky I can't think of that last one right
But personally,
now. Huh?
Don't have expectations. Don't make take anything personally.
Yeah, thank you, Stowe.
Yeah.
Don't take anything personally. Don't make expectations. Do your best at everything that you strive to. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Oh, and be immaculate with your word. That's it. That's the thing. Be immaculate with your word.
If you could go back and tell yourself when you were, say, 17, one thing that you should know now, or based off of what you know now, what would you say? What would that one thing be?
Remain patient. Like, patience is the biggest part of the game. It's like the biggest process of everything. The biggest process of success is patience. So, not to become impatient or to feel doubtful that something may, never feel doubtful, never become impatient. Always remain patient.
What would you say is one of the biggest transitions you had to go through to get where you're at now?
Shit, my butterfly effect. Man, I would say business-wise, because I never knew business. I only knew talent. That was my transition. But I knew talent, and I had to transition myself from talent to becoming the business of the talent. And you learn yourself in a lot of ways doing that.
Is there anyone you wish to work with, music-wise, or even artistry, putting videos together, or who's somebody in general anybody you want to work with?
It's a whole list. It's a whole list. It's a whole list, and that we're gonna keep to ourselves. That's gonna be a surprise. That all depends on budgets and who we could get first, when, and where. But it's a whole list. It is definitely a whole list of A-listers and B-listers. That shit, it's gonna all come together. Watch me. From now to 2025, you're gonna see me work from the biggest underground names to the biggest mainstream names. Really doing it. Rejuvenation. Bringing niggas back. Putting new sounds, new styles, new flows, new lifestyles, all that shit. It's gonna be a whole new situation.
Alright, you got any final thoughts? Anything you want to share? Let the people know. You can do a shout out your socials.
Yes, make sure y'all follow me on everything at 90BANKZ. And you'll know it's really me if it say Big 9 Dog, because I done got hacked on a couple shit. A couple people that hacked my pages, made fake pages. So you gonna know if it's me, if it say Big 9 Dog, or anything dealing with Sugar Tap, and you definitely still know it's me when you write me, just in case anybody see this and try to take that information. Thank y'all for anybody who's been fucking with me since I ain't know how to have a flow. You know what I'm saying? To anybody that's been down with me, I thank you for that too, cause I needed them days. Thank you to anybody that's been there just to be there. You know, I don't really know what to say too much when it comes to that. All I know is you just gotta keep watching. I got this arm sling on, so you know I'm really living life. You know, life is really lit. Niggas don't walk around arm slings for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get shot. I ain't get my eyes well. I did it to myself. But life is lit. It's gonna come with ups and downs, so that's something I want to say. Be on the lookout for anything that I do. I don't give a fuck if it's a Oscar Myers commercial. You just be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? We branding. We doing everything that we said we was gonna do that they said we couldn't do. You feel me? So life is great. I got a haircut, so this hoodie on my head, and we just want to make sure that y'all stay positive out there. Ain't that right, Sto?
Hey, appreciate it, man.
Most definitely,
for sure.
bro. Most
Sounds
definitely.
good.
And for the off the record, I was late to the interview, so shout out my man Stoley for still working with me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I've been a Hollywood nigga like that, you know
yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
should have expected
Everybody
that.
knows that about 9 Dog. 9 Dog shows up late to almost
Should've
everything.
anticipated that
Or
one.
I fall asleep when I'm there. Like, it all happens. Everybody knows that. It's all love.
Alright, G. Appreciate it.
No doubt, bro.